Hello and welcome to this episode of Speak PR. My name is Jim James and I'm on a mission to share with anybody who will listen ways that they can get noticed, which are free and effective, and tools and tips that I've seen and I use for both my company and all of my clients. I've run a public relations agency across the world for over 25 years. I've also set up 8 companies on 3 continents. So what I share on this podcast are the kind of tools and tips that clients, big companies use, but I would like to share with you for free. And today I'm going to talk about how you can create content using AI, because artificial intelligence now is our friend. Not only is it helping in the home, it's helping us in the office as well. Today, I want to talk about a tool I've just found and quite excited about, which is an AI writer for long form and short form content. So let's just have a look at this platform called AI Writer. And I found another one I'll share with you called Zygo. So most of us have the problem when we want to write an article. We don't know where to start. Most of us are not writers. And then we go to a freelance writer and we have to brief them on what we want to say. And often that can then take as long as writing the article yourself, and then you go out, get the article back, you have to correct it. And by the time you've gone forwards and backwards several times, you're beginning to feel like you've lost the enthusiasm and possibly the timing. It also can cost you 50, 100, maybe 250 or even more in terms of the costs for creating content. Professional writers, especially technical ones, are worth their weight in gold. But what if the content that you want is some fairly quick and easy content because you're going to be posting out on social media? And as we talk about in the Speak PR module, social media posts maybe only last, for example, in the case of Twitter, less than 18 minutes. A blog post may only last you a week. And certainly YouTube also has a very short lifetime of only 5 days. So we need to create content at speed and publicize it at scale. But what we can't afford to do is to have armies of writers. AI can be our friend. Now, I've just tried a new website. It's called ai-writer.com. And on the website, they say create your first unique article with our article writing bot. Now, they qualify the fact that it's considered to be unique because Copyscape apparently identifies 94.47% of their articles as unique. Now, this is important because if AI is simply rehashing content that appears from you and appears generic, then it's not going to be very interesting for your audience, but also from an SEO point of view, eventually it'll get trashed by the search engines. So it's really important that we get this right. Now, I tried this AI writer. I submitted a headline, COVID and public relations. I waited about 3 minutes and then I received an article. And I'll have to tell you, I'm pretty impressed. So I'm just going to share with you how this article came out. It has come in at 994 words. So that's a good 2 sides of single-spaced 11-point Helvetica text. Comes in a .txt file. Now, what I was particularly impressed by was actually the content, but also that it's quoting sources. So let me just give you a couple of sort of flavors of what's been written. So it says here, public relations for COVID-19 in the headline, and then it says, the COVID-19 pandemic has changed pretty much everything about how we work, both personally and professionally. Full stop. The PR strategy should change in the face of this new normal. It is crucial that we do not lose momentum in this time. This is a great time to use the trade media, as stories have an industry angle and reporters must continue to deliver news around the world. No sources quoted in that paragraph. But later on in paragraph 4, it says, before placing the messages, it's important to take the temperature of the media landscape to determine the receptivity of your message. Depending on the company, industry, and target group, media outlets tend to report stories that are not related to the crisis rather than the crisis stories. An interesting nuance there. Now, it's quoted 3 different sources there, and it's quoted Compro.biz, what communicators need to know, media relations during COVID-19. It's also got here some 6 sources overall, including something from Prowly.com, the actually AI platform for media relations, and I'm interviewing the CEO for Prowly coming up on the 24th of this month. It's also quoting acmarketingpr.com, the prsa.org 2020, and 3epr.com, which is an agency in America, and Telecom Reseller. So in this 994 words, it's actually got references pulled from 6 different sources, and each one of which is accredited in my article. And I'd have to say that reading this article with a modest amount of editing, I could have added a couple of graphics in there and I could have used it, and it took 2 minutes to do. So that is, for me, getting pretty close to transforming the way that content could be written. Now, I've talked before about Try Lately and the way that they can recreate content from one post. Now, what this AI writer is doing is creating content just from 2 words. So I think that's pretty incredible, the way that it's doing that. Now, let's just have a look at some of the features that they've got here. So you can use the auto writer just by putting in a couple of words, or in fact, you put up to 64 characters in there. So you can actually do quite a dense phrase. What you can also do is have this AI-writer to reword or rewrite articles. So actually, you can put your content in if you've got an article, and you could let it repurpose or rehash that article for you, which would be very nice indeed. You can also take the API and plug that into your website, and it will automatically generate articles for you on your blog. So it actually auto blogs. If you've got an auto blog, and we talked the other day about Twitter, for example, having an auto curated Twitter account. Well, this could auto-curate an auto-blog for you. Then it also has the ability to take a text generator and to write your own content, but using some of the content that they offer you. And you could save 33% of time, at least, but then you still have 100% control. Now, they say that ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC are using it, and I think it's a pretty impressive platform. So let's just have a look as well and just see some of the examples that they're talking about here. They're talking about the ability to really create content written by AI that you could then cut and paste or auto-generate into your blog. Now, it seems as though it's got some quite interesting pricing models as well. So if you have a blog of your own for $19 a month, you can have one user. You get about 40 pieces of content per month. You can have content research, article rewriting, the blog writer, and the auto article writer. And for $49 a month, you can have about 120 pieces of content. There's an enterprise model as well. So I've just started to have a look and to try it. And so it's got some quite interesting sort of pricing models. The way that it's doing it is it's going by the amount of storage and capacity that you're going to be needing. So you can get now this paying with PayPal. And what it talks about is a amount of CPUs that you're using. So you're actually buying the app through CPU, your computer processing. And it's saying that one research and write consumes about 1 CU or computing unit. Web surveillance takes 1 CU, and one text rewording consumes 1 CU up to 1,500 words. So you're buying packages, also available in euro, 19 euros. So actually looks like the price is kind of the same whether you're buying it's in US dollars per month, it's $19 US, or it's 19 euro so you can decide where you want to buy it from. So if we look at a platform that would enable us to start to create content, then AI Writer looks like a really interesting opportunity for that. Now, AI Writer seems to be out of Germany, in fact. So it's from Neuhoff, a guy called Fabian Langer. And they've got what looks to be a German phone number. So very interesting to see this technology coming out of Germany. And I personally think that this is a very interesting application. And obviously, language independent. So I've created this content and there's not a hint of a German accent. Maybe if it was able to do that, it could help me write in German. Now, that would be pretty smart. If it could start to create content for me in multiple languages, then it'd be fantastic. Of course, I wouldn't know how to copy check it. But if you're looking to create content, long form content, and you haven't got the budget or the talent to do writing yourself, the AI Writer is certainly one option that you might want to consider. Now, another one is called Zyro, Zyro, and this also has a content generator. And I haven't tried this one yet because I've just been finding these and exploring them. I'm so excited I want to share these today on this podcast. So each piece of content, once again, is going to be optimized for search engines. It bases the text on the best ranking content on the web and automatically produces similar but unique content, which is already SEO compliant. Now, can you replace the human writer? Not quite yet. AI is smart, but of course it still doesn't make it always perfect. But nonetheless, it certainly makes life a lot quicker than if you're trying to do it yourself. So Zyro has a slogan writer as well, which I tried, gave me some slightly amusing results when I talked about getting noticed, and it drew a parallel with taking down your pants for some reason. But anyway, it just shows that AI maybe also has some different slants on it. But Zyro has a number of different AI creation tools, including auto-creating logos, as well as slogans and text. Now, this is only $1.99 a month for some also web hosting and getting brand building with the AI, including blogging tools. $2.99 a month gives you additional issues and opportunities like Google Analytics, for example. So Zyro is a slightly more comprehensive suite of AI-based content generators, and even has things like an AI business name generator, an AI blog title generator, and an AI writer. I shall try the writer on another day and see if I can get a comparison between the two. But certainly, if we want to create content and we don't have the time and we don't have the writers and we need to create content at scale, which is going to be amplified, AI is there. AI is able to give you 80-90% of what you need in order to get going. So I hope you've enjoyed and found this useful short podcast on the power of AI to help you generate written content, which you can use on your blogs, in your newsletters, and obviously, of course, for things and platforms like LinkedIn and for Twitter. Thanks so much for listening. My name is Jim James, and if you've enjoyed this, please do subscribe or share it with people that you know. If you'd like our weekly newsletter, come to eastwestpr.com and sign up. Or if you're interested in a mastermind, we do a mastermind 6-week course on how to storify, personalize, engage, and amplify, and to know your public relations. And that is all at speakpr.co. So in the meantime, until we meet again, I wish you the best of health, which comes first, a successful and profitable business, and that if you're generating content, let's use AI. It's there to help us do more than look after our home and find our music. AI is there to help you generate some great and compelling content.